Today we're talking about your aquarium filter having problems and it not working. Today I'm going to dissect this issue with you. We've been getting this asked in the Facebook groups like crazy, and I figured I'd just jump right into a video and help you guys do this and help you fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relate to an older video that I have where I actually kind of take apart a filter in itself. So this is probably what your hang on the back aquarium filter looks like, right? And you're probably having issues with it. The first thing I advise you to do is to try to plug in the aquarium filter and make sure that there's power going to the outlet. See how, like, what we want to do here is I want to make sure that you actually have power going to it. So unplug your aquarium filter and then go and grab something else and then plug that into the wall to make sure that there's actually power going from the wall to your aquarium filter. Then what we want to do here is I talked about this in the video right here, that looks, by the way, that looks so janky. I don't advise you do this. Try to like zip tie up your cords if you can, because what happens is if you get a flood, a lot of times that you don't want those cords sitting on the ground. You want to zip tie them up. It's called some cord management. Chris isn't very good at this, but let's move past that. And we're being realistic, right, guys? So then what you want to do is you want to look at the pump assembly, right? So a lot of times this is an old aquarium filter, and what you want to do is start jiggling this intake tube. A lot of times what I'll try to do is I'll start jiggling it with my hands. That way it'll kind of like, sometimes there's like debris stuck within the filter itself and it can't move. It's really going to depend on what aquarium filter you actually have. You know, some of them have built-in ones like the title. This one is a rebuildable marine land filter. And what you can do is kind of just take, if you can, deassemble the entire assembly and try to move this up. If you have a marine land filter, you're going to be lucky because you can kind of take all of this apart. And I love marine land filters because, same with AquaClear. This is the AquaClear itself. See, what you want to do is start taking it apart, and, you know, if it's still full of water, try messing with it while it's full of water and trying to run. Sometimes like knocking on the side of where the pump is, or just kind of like grabbing something kind of hard. By the way, look at that cat here in the corner of the stairs. That's disgusting. We have a Siamese cat. It's like half Siamese. Just so much hair everywhere. But what you do is just kind of tap that. You tap the side of it, because a lot of times what's happening is there's a chunk of something stuck inside the filter prop. Or the motor prop, you know, like the impeller. Sometimes there's something stuck in there, and a lot of times what you can do is you can kind of remove this, take a glance in there, turn it off, obviously. Sometimes I'll find something in there. Look at the snail eggs right there. That's hilarious. But what I'll do is I'll find something long and skinny, and I'll try to put in there and spin that little impeller on top of the motor. The snail eggs, I'm probably talking about them. But a lot of times, if you have like an AquaClear, the motor probably isn't broken yet. You can buy replacements, but these AquaClears, I've had them run for like 30 hours, just stuck. Like the motor was completely stuck, and then I freed it, and then it was still fine. You'd think it would overheat, but these things are like, they're just beasts. So if you have an AquaClear, the odds are like extremely high that you're going to be able to fix this. So if you've kind of like knocked on it, the goal is to try to figure out if that impeller of the motor is actually going to spin. Knock it around, swish some water in there, find something long and skinny, kind of jam it in there. What am I even doing right here in the video? I can't even remember. Kind of move it around. Sometimes on these AquaClears, if you like move that thing around some and just kind of like, you have to find the right positioning of it. I'm trying to think here. But yeah, then just plug it in. Sometimes unplugging it, plugging it in, hitting it. A lot of times just something is wrong with the motor assembly, and you just kind of have to like get it rolling again. See how that just got going again? And sometimes, you know, I've had so much luck just knocking things around and kind of like breaking it loose, because especially if you have hard water in your aquarium or your supply line, like from your house, you can tell, like, look at the havoc it puts on filters. Like, it's going to put havoc inside the motor and impeller as well. So this one here is pretty nasty, but we got this working as well. So kind of just take it apart, do your best to kind of like get it going. And sometimes you also got to check the intake, make sure that's not clogged. And yeah, hopefully this kind of helps you guys figure it out. Sometimes if you, at like last case scenario, what you'll have to do is buy a new aquarium pump. Some of them, like the Marine Lands and the AquaClears, you can kind of rebuild. But something like the titles, I'm not sure on the titles. They're kind of like newer technology and it's different. So And again, hopefully this video kind of helps you with having some problems with your aquarium filter and it not working. I'm just kind of trying to help you guys. We get asked this in the groups all the time. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Let me know in the comments if you have any further questions. I'm just trying to help others by being a little more educated. And I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.